In the crucible of World War II, amidst the chaos and carnage of battle, an unlikely alliance was forged. Germany and Finland, two nations bound by the fires of war, stood shoulder to shoulder against a common foe. But why did German boots tread Finnish soil? What drove these nations into an unholy pact in the midst of global conflict? Join us on a journey through the heart of darkness, where geopolitical intrigue meets the brutal reality of war. Finland had recently gained independence from Russia in 1917, and during the interwar period, it aimed to maintain its sovereignty and security in a volatile region. Germany, under Adolf Hitler's leadership, sought to expand its influence and territory in Europe, leading to the outbreak of World War II in 1939. But it just wasn't Germany expanding its influence in Europe, the Soviet Union was also looking to expand its influence. The Soviet Union was looking to get territories from Romania, Poland, and Finland. When the Soviet Union asked Finland for some land near the city Leningrad for more land in the north. When Finland refused this, the Soviet Union declared war on Finland. The war was called the Winter War of 1939 to 1940 was a pivotal moment in Finnish history, marked by bravery, sacrifice, and strategic maneuvering. As the Soviet Union invaded Finland in November 1939, the Finnish people faced a formidable foe, but they stood resolute in defense of their sovereignty, and destroyed the Soviet Union by how Finland lost 25,904 soldiers and the Soviets lost 126,875 soldiers. Despite fierce resistance, Finland ultimately had to cede significant territory to the Soviet Union in the Moscow Peace Treaty of 1940. This included parts of Karelia, Salla, and other regions along the Finnish-Soviet border. The loss of territory was a bitter pill for Finland, but it also prompted a reassessment of its strategic position. With the threat of further Soviet aggression looming, Finland sought alliances to bolster its defense. Enter Germany. Admiring Finland's resistance against the Soviet Union and seeing an opportunity to weaken its eastern adversary, Germany and Finland forged a strategic alliance. However, Finland's relationship with Germany was not without reservations. While appreciating German military support, Finland remained cautious of becoming too entangled in Germany's broader ideological ambitions or risking its hard-won independence. Finland also refrained from participating in some of the more extreme actions of Nazi Germany, such as the Holocaust. Ultimately, Finland's feelings towards the German alliance were mixed. While it provided military assistance and strategic benefits, Finland recognized the limitations and risks inherent in aligning with a declining power. The alliance served as a means to an end, safeguarding Finland's sovereignty and security during a tumultuous period rather than an ideological commitment. On the 22nd of June 1941, Germany invaded the Soviet Union in part of Operation Barbarossa. On the same day, Finland also attacked the Soviet. This was for Finland was called the Continuation War, 1941 to 1944. Germany provided significant military assistance to Finland, which played a crucial role in shaping the conflict and bolstering Finland's defense against the Soviet Union. Germany's support came in the form of equipment and supplies. This included weapons, ammunition, vehicles, and other essential materials necessary for Finland's armed forces to sustain their operations on the Eastern Front. German assistance helped alleviate some of the logistical challenges faced by Finland's military and ensured that its troops were adequately equipped to confront the Soviet forces. Moreover, Germany provided strategic coordination and intelligence sharing with Finland. German military advisors worked closely with Finnish commanders to coordinate military strategies and tactics against the common enemy. This collaboration allowed Finland to benefit from Germany's experience and expertise in conducting warfare on the Eastern Front, enhancing Finland's effectiveness in combat. Additionally, Germany's military presence in North Finland, called the Lapland, served as a deterrent against potential Soviet incursions into Finnish territory from the north. By tying down Soviet forces on multiple fronts and diverting resources away from Finland, Germany indirectly contributed to Finland's defense efforts. In total, the Germans sent about 214,000 German soldiers, 1,506 tanks, mainly of Panzer IV, Stu G3, Panzer 35T, and Panzerjäger I, and 1,382 aircraft, mainly of Messerschmitt Bf 109, Focke-Wulf Fw 190, Junkers Ju 88, Dornier Do 17, and Junkers Ju 87 Stuka. Soviet counteroffensive. Despite initial successes and territorial gains during the early stages of the war, the Soviet Union launched a massive counteroffensive in 1944, known as the Vyborg-Petrozavodsk Offensive. The overwhelming Soviet numerical superiority and improved military tactics caught Finnish forces off guard and pushed them back from their previously held positions. Finland's economy and military resources were strained as the war dragged on, the Allies' pressure with the Soviet Union gaining momentum on the Eastern Front, and increased pressure on Finland to distance itself from Germany and seek peace with the Soviet Union. Within Finland, there was growing opposition to the continuation of the war. Armistice and peace negotiations. In September 1944, Finland signed an armistice with the Soviet Union called the Moscow Armistice of 1944. Effectively ending its alliance with Nazi Germany and signaling a shift in its wartime objectives. Finland also had to kick out all the German soldiers in their country in 2 weeks. Finland's obligation to remove German troops put it at odds with its former ally, Germany. Several factors influenced Finland's decision to turn against Germany. Finland prioritized its own national interests and survival over its allegiance to Germany. The Lapland War saw a series of battles and campaigns as Finnish forces, supported by Allied air power, confronted German troops in northern Finland. The Battle of Tornio was a key engagement in the early stages of the Lapland War. Tornio, located on the border between Finland and Sweden, was strategically important due to its proximity to the Gulf of Bothnia. Finnish forces, supported by Allied air power, launched an offensive to drive German troops out of the area. Despite facing resistance from German defenders, Finnish troops succeeded in capturing Tornio and securing control over the vital port facilities. Battle of Rovaniemi, October 1944. The Battle of Rovaniemi was fought over control of the city of Rovaniemi, the capital of Finnish Lapland. German forces, retreating from northern Finland, sought to defend Rovaniemi as a strategic stronghold along their withdrawal route. Finnish troops, determined to expel German occupiers from Finnish territory, launched a series of offensives to capture the city. The battle was characterized by intense urban combat and fierce resistance from German defenders. Despite facing formidable obstacles, Finnish forces ultimately succeeded in liberating Rovaniemi from German control. Germany also destroyed about 14,900 buildings during the whole war. Rovaniemi was the worst. Battle of Kilpisjärvi, March 1945. The Battle of Kilpisjärvi was one of the final engagements of the Lapland War. Located near the border between Finland, Norway, and Sweden, Kilpisjärvi was a remote but strategically significant area. German forces, facing increasing pressure from Finnish and Allied advances, attempted to establish defensive positions in Kilpisjärvi to delay Finnish offensives and facilitate their retreat into Norway. Finnish troops, supported by Norwegian and Swedish volunteers, launched a coordinated assault to dislodge the Germans from their fortified positions. Despite harsh winter conditions and difficult terrain, Finnish forces succeeded in capturing Kilpisjärvi, effectively cutting off the German escape route into Norway and hastening their defeat in Lapland. Germany's reaction to Finland's betrayal varied. Initially, German forces in Finland were caught off guard by Finland's decision to expel them, leading to confusion and disarray among German ranks. As Finnish forces began their offensive against German positions, some German units retreated in an orderly fashion, while others engaged in acts of sabotage and scorched earth tactics, destroying infrastructure and resources as they withdrew. However, as the war progressed, Germany gradually withdrew its remaining forces from Finland, prioritizing its defense on other fronts. The Lapland War concluded with the withdrawal of German forces from Finland by April 1945. Comment below of what thing I should talk about next and subscribe for more.